Welcome to Family Gamer TV. I'm with John Drake, director at Harmonix, and we've just been looking at Fantasia, new rhythm action game. How would you describe it?
So Fantasia is a new music motion game that Harmonix is making, sort of springboarding off our experience with games like Rock Band and Dance Central and our experience on the Kinect, that you'll be able to reach out and grab the music and transform the world. It's, to use Walt Disney's words, it's an adventure in color, sound, and motion.
So this is a title that's exclusively for Kinect?
It's going to be out for motion cameras from Microsoft, so we can say that it's going to be out on Kinect for Xbox 360, and it's going to be out on the Xbox One and the camera for that as well.
So one of those sort of new IPs that Microsoft are talking about for Xbox One.
I'm not sure if they're referring to us or not. I don't know all the slate that they have together, but certainly it's going to be out in that window for Xbox One. You know, it'll be coming out in 2014, but it's a game we're really excited about. I think it is really going to showcase the capabilities of motion and music in a way that no other game has before.
And so the Dance Central games, which you may be familiar with,
Hopefully.
but they're quite hard. They're quite technical. The moves you sort of pull off. It's not like, say, you're just dance where you're just flailing around. It wants you to dance properly.
Yeah. The game has been all of our games previously have been about authenticity and simulation, right? So we really want to make sure you have an authentic dance experience. And though Dance Central has beginner mode and easy mode, and you can kind of ease your way into it, we're looking for you to be specific in your motion, and our detection is actually kind of what makes those games special, right? That's what makes it a better dance game than just dance. It's the thing that's not, you know, the vertical blinds blowing behind you are not going to beat you in a song in Dance Central, as they might in other titles. But in this game, it's a little bit less about the prescriptive sort of didactic, like you must play this exact path, this exact choreography, and much more about being expressive and creative. So in Fantasia, you gesture to the screen. You can use either hand in our performance gameplay, and you transform the music. Or feet.
Yeah. Like
if you can get your feet high enough to actually cue one of the cues on screen, you can apparently use your feet.
Yeah.
So says,
my kids will be trying that out.
I'm sure they will, right? And I think that's the freedom we want. If you want to spin around, if you want, you want to flail both arms huge, you want to make small robotic gestures, all these things will be valid inputs, and they're the choices that you're making that they'll be reflected in the visuals and the audio you see on screen. So it's really a performance that's about you. That's what the game's all about.
So in the sort of the music rhythm part of the game, you have cues on screen, and you follow those cues with your arm. You're saying there's some sort of looseness to that. You can use either arm.
Yes, there's specificity in the timing, right? It is beat match gameplay, so it's about hitting the notes that are on the screen at the time you're supposed to hit them, which is a pretty solidly established Harmonix trope at this point. You know, whether it be even in Dance Central, the idea of hitting on the beat is what connects you to the music and what keeps you grounded in the song. But I think that the difference here is that the expressivity you have and the intentionality you can bring to it is way more deep than it's ever been in a Harmonix game before. Instead of just being do X exactly in X way or you fail, it's now you have to do X. You can do it in a variety of ways, and if you succeed, you'll get options to be even more creative and actually control the music and shape and transform music in real time.
And so then around those sort of beat matching challenges, you've got this sort of Fantasia world that you experience in different hubs. And so how is that sort of fleshed out in the game?
So Sid, the master sorcerer of Fantasia, the bearded guy from the original movie.
And Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, and Kingdom Hearts, which is where I was initially introduced to him. Sid has brought you in the world. Again, like Dance Central or Rock Band, the fantasy is really about you becoming part of this universe. It's not you controlling a character or you playing as Lara Croft or Master Chief. This is really about you, the player, in the world of Fantasia.
So how does it break down? You have those worlds you explore and you do things in it, and you have the rhythm part of the game. Is that 50-50? Is it mostly rhythm?
I think that the cool thing in terms of how varied it is based on your performance and what you're interested in is that different players will probably gravitate towards different things. The actual defined player loop is you'll enter into a discovery realm, is what we're calling them, one of these worlds that Sid has created, and it'll be pretty quiet and docile at the beginning, and you're supposed to sort of bring it to life. And you do that by finding musical interactions, but also by playing songs. So the songs are sort of baked into the discovery worlds. And then by playing the songs, you bring more energy in, which unlocks more musical interactions and instruments, which brings more songs. So that loop there is a pretty well-established player loop that we feel really confident it's going to be fun to play. In terms of the amount of time, because it's sort of a discoverable, almost adventure game style scene, you could spend a ton of time finding interactions and creating new things inside of Discovery, whereas the songs in the world are sort of fixed length because they're mapped to the actual original master. So there'll be over 25 songs on the disc, all of which will have remix abilities and musical manipulators inside of them, so they're really replayable. And then there'll be a handful of Discovery realms, we can't really confirm how many today, but there'll be a wide variety. You'll be able to play a lot of cool things. I don't know, I think it's going to be one of the best games you can play in the next year and a half. half or so on this launch slate of games for Xbox One.
And so Fantasia is planned for a 2014 release, you're saying. Are you willing to say any more than that, or is it just that big window?
Willing would imply that I know the answer of exactly when it's going to street. So we're not going to launch in the holiday window with other competitive launch titles. There'll be plenty of games for people to play both on 360 and Xbox One this holiday, I'm sure. There's going to be a great slate of titles that are coming out that I'm really excited to play too. So that'll be after the new year in 2014, and we hope to get it out as soon as we can to people so they can play music in a whole new way.
Cool. Well, thanks for your time.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Following the game and looking forward to hearing more about it.
Yeah, see you day 3.
That's all we've got time for this week on Family Gamer TV, but we'll be back with more soon.